I said I've been living in Utah for a long time, for 30 years, and I've met a lot of interesting people in Utah, especially as a pastor. I met this one guy. Well, let me tell you first, I've had opportunity over the years to talk to a number of people who are thinking about committing suicide. Now, suicide is no laughing matter. It's a very serious thing. But I wasn't too worried about this particular guy, because he says to me, Pastor, I have two serious problems. Number one, I keep thinking about committing suicide. I can't get it off my mind. And then he said, my second problem is I'm a super bad procrastinator. So he said, I decided to take up smoking. I have a friend who's a germaphobe. Do you know any of those? You probably wouldn't be sitting next to somebody, I don't know. Anyway, we were out to dinner one night with a group of our friends and just hanging out, and with her, she was there. And I was standing over by the counter where they keep the napkins and the forks and stuff like that, and I said, hey, can I get you a fork? And she said, sure, only don't touch it. Okay, that's why I have these latex gloves right here in my pocket, just for that very occasion, only I can't put them on without touching them. She says, I never eat food that's been touched by human hands. I said, that limits your diet to like nothing. It's a dangerous world out there. All the germs and all, I mean, you could really catch something, I guess. And so she said she's made up, whenever she eats out, she's got these two rules that she always follows. Rule number one, never eat at the salad bar. Okay, maybe you guys feel that way. I don't know how you feel, but the worst thing I've ever seen happen at the salad bar is somebody dropped a crouton in the blue cheese dressing. Right? I'm not worried about that. I was going to do that anyway. And then her second rule is, if you have to step away from the table, then you never leave your cup uncovered. If you have to, go away for a napkin, you never leave your cup uncovered. Because who knows what might fall in it, radioactive elements or something. I have no idea. So I started messing with her. It's really fun to mess with a germaphobe. I just mentally, and I didn't touch anything, but just mentally I said, have you ever thought of all the ways that somebody could contaminate your drink with the lid on? You look at that straw, that's a contamination pipeline going right to the center of your drink. I think that freaked her out. She never thought about that before. I don't think she slept since then. And I'm wondering, dude, what happened to you in junior high cafeteria? It must have been traumatic. Anyway, then I talked to this young couple. They're thinking about adopting. And I'm in great favor of adoption. My kids are adopted. And so the wife was telling me the reason they were going to do it is because she said, did you realize that if 50% of the Christians in America would all adopt, just 50%, then adopt an orphanism, whatever it is, orphanism would be eradicated in America. She says it's just if one out of every two Christians would adopt, there'd be no more orphans in America. So he said, I'm going to adopt. And so I asked the husband, how do you feel about that? And he said, I'm fine with her adopting because if she does it, I don't have to. I had to confront somebody the other day. That's not my thing, but this was really important. I had to step in because he started to tell a Mexican joke. And she starts saying, there's these two Mexicans. And I said, hold on, stop. You can't tell an ethnic joke. That's insensitive. That's unchristlike. It's rude. And I said, plus you don't have to tell a joke about Mexicans because they're beautiful people, hardworking people with this colorful heritage, and they've enriched American life so much, and on and on. I go, so here's the thing. If you really feel like you have to tell an ethnic joke, tell a joke about the Hittites. They're not around anymore. Right? There's no more Hittites around. So if you tell a Hittite joke, you're not going to offend anybody. By the way, are there any Hittites in the house tonight? See what I mean? So he says there was these two Hittites, Juan and Jose. Thank you very much. That's all the time I have tonight. I just want to tell you that all the girlfriend jokes were pre-approved, and no actual girlfriends were harmed in the making of these jokes. So I hope you're generous to our mission trip. Thanks for coming out tonight, and God bless you.